Hello George Spicer Year 2, Miss Buckley here, and we're going to be doing our science section of our pack in this video today. So we're going to be having a look at our pulse and our heart rate and how those change with exercise. So before we get started, what we need to do is think about what is our pulse, what is our heart rate. Now our pulse is the little beating that you can feel maybe when you're touching your neck or when you're touching your wrist. And that measures our heart rate, which means how many times a minute our heart is pumping blood around our body. Now, if you've done the reading section of the pack, you'll have learned all about the heart already, which is great. And this is looking at how our heart rate changes as we do more exercise. Because when we do more exercise, and we get a bit out of breath, we need to take in more oxygen. We need our heart to pump oxygen faster around our body to all our vital organs and to all of our limbs. So it means our heart needs to beat faster. So we're going to do an experiment where we're going to take our heart rate when we're resting. It's called our resting heart rate, when we're normal, breathing normally, not doing lots of exercise. And then we're going to take it after we've done 100 star jumps and see if it's spiked, see if we've got a higher heart rate. So the first thing we need to do is take our pulse. So you might need an adult to help you with this one because it can be quite tricky to find. Take your two fingers here like this. And I personally find the easiest place to find it is in your neck. That's the easiest place to find it. But if you can find it on your wrist, that's absolutely fine. But make sure you use your fingers and don't use your thumb, because your thumb has its own pulse, which means you might just be feeling that pulse and not the one that's in your neck or is in your wrist. So get these two fingers here and think about how you're going to take your pulse. Before we start, let's just make sure we can find it. So have a look for mine. Yeah, there it is. I can feel it, I can feel my heart rate, I can feel my pulse. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to time my pulse for a minute. So I'm going to get my phone. You can use an adult's phone or an iPad or something, which is going to help you time for 1 minute. Because what can happen is you can end up just counting the beats instead of counting the minute. So I'm going to get my timer up. I'm going to put my timer on for 1 minute and I'm going to take my pulse. So find my pulse. Yep, and then we start counting. When I start the timer in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I've taken my pulse. My resting heart rate was 64. So I'm going to get a pencil and I'm going to write 64. 64. Good. So now I need to do my 100 star jumps to see if my pulse changes afterwards. So I'm going to stretch a little bit. I'm going to go. Off we go. 1. That's a lot of star jumps. So I'm feeling nice and tired now. Going to set my timer for 1 minute. Find my pulse. Let's see if it's gone up. Let's go. Whew. Okay, so my pulse went up to 95. So it was on 64 and now it's on 95. How much more is it? And what does that tell me about my body? It means that now I'm working a lot harder because I had to get more oxygen around to all of my body because I've been doing my star jumps. I need to get more oxygen. Oh, I still feel a bit out of breath. It's hard work. And think about how your organs feel if they're trying to get all the oxygen in at the same time. So, whew. Good job everybody. Hopefully you've seen a difference in your pulse. Great. So you've all now realised that your pulse has gone up when you do exercise. You've done your 100 star jumps and you've realised that it's gone up. As you can see, my breath is now slightly returning to normal. I can feel my pulse coming down a little bit. I can feel my heart rate slowing a little bit. I'm going back to what they call resting heart rate, when your body is resting again. So you don't need all that extra oxygen because you're not working so hard. So that's what's happening to me now, and hopefully it's happening to you as well. You can feel your heart rate going down, you can breathe a little bit easier, and you're going back to that resting state. As a little bit of an extension, what do you think would happen if you did another 100 star jumps now? Would your pulse spike again? Would it stay the same? Would it go down? Have a think about it. What would happen now? And also, how long does it take you to get fully back to resting heart rate? Maybe in 5 minutes, take your pulse again. Is it the same as the first time you took it? Or are you still beating a little bit faster than normal? It's interesting to see how your body reacts to exercise and how long it actually takes to get back to a fully resting heart rate. Okay, so that is it. Science experiment done using only our bodies. How amazing is that? Hopefully you've learned something about the pulse and about the heart rate, and you can go on, you can start thinking about, what other organs in my body am I interested in? What other things can my body do? Because that is what the Human Body Pack is all about, learning about our fantastic bodies and the incredible things that they are able to do. So good luck, happy star jumping, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye!